Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Mining Insider. I have some epic news to share with you today. I've been looking for a good boost for myself because crypto prices, let's face it, they've really been sucked lately. I haven't been able to make good revenue in quite a while. I don't think any of us has. So I've been taking a little bit of risk and maybe even a gamble you could consider it because I've been doing some spec mining as well as solo mining. But wow, did it finally pay off. Last night, I actually mined my first solo Ethereum block with about 2 Ethereum in it. Although Ethereum is only about 1,080 at the time I'm recording it, and there's not a lot of rewards, it's still over $2,000. But wow, that's such a huge increase over the typical revenue I'd be receiving. Normally, if my card's like a 3080, if I look at what to mine, it probably gives me about 80 cents a day. If I'm looking at a 3070 card, it's somewhere between, 55 cents a day, give or take, after electrical costs. So I know our mining revenue has been down. So I've been looking for some ways to kind of just give myself a boost. So I said, how much can I afford to really lose on this? So I actually threw my LHR rig on it first. Yeah, believe it or not, the LHR rig, just nothing but LHR cards. And that was the initial rig I started mining. And one by one, I just started adding some rigs to it till I probably had about 2/3 of my farm. My graphic cards are probably I'm about 5.7 gigahash right now. So at times I probably had about 3 gigahash, 2.5 gigahash when it was the heat part of the day. But then in the evening I kind of boosted it up to probably about 4 gigahash because my other cards are just running and they're already set to be mining on other pools, spec mining as well as nice hash. But I had contributed a good amount, but just little by little you see percentages slowly increase, that you'll see your personal luck goes from 0 to 1, and another half a day it goes to 2, then to 3. But the best part is I finally hit this block, but I hit it 4 times faster than I statistically should have. And I did it with incredible luck. My luck was about 24%, which is fantastic. That's 4 times faster than I would have typically if I was just getting that same revenue in a pool. So I am totally psyched about it, and I just want to share the details with you. I did some solo mining of ERGO back when we did the great Ethereum hashrate migration, and that weekend was an incredible weekend for me. I thought it was epic then, but mining Ethereum is actually more fun, I'll be honest with you, but definitely a lot more risky. See, when I actually changed a lot of my Ethereum rigs to be mining ERGO, I got really lucky, and abnormally lucky. So I actually was mining with a 21% luck, and I mined 2 blocks that weekend, and both of them you could see there's 21%. I'll leave a link down below to that video. It was a lot of fun doing it. It kind of taught me a lot, and it has me kind of researching more about doing solo mining, odd statistics, and other things. To be honest, if you're going to be solo mining, there's definitely a big risk you're taking on with it too. So sure, after the 2 blocks were found, I kept doing some more mining, and eventually I kind of got fed up with it because I even got to the point where I've still been mining and I didn't hit any more blocks. But look at that, my luck right there is 229%. So first block was at 21%, second block was at 21%, and I still haven't found the 3rd block yet, and I'm over 229%. So the statistics and probability will eventually even itself out. So if you do solo mining, it's risky. But for me, this was kind of like, wasn't doing it necessarily for the reward. It would be great to do it. It was really more for a personal accomplishment. I wanted to personally achieve doing my own solo Ethereum mining. And I can't even begin to describe how incredible it feels just to know that I've mined 2 blocks. At the peak when Ethereum was at its all-time high, they would have each been worth over $4,800 each. So wow, that would be 96, almost $9,700. But that's dreaming because right now that's still hovering between, I guess, around $1,080 or $1,100. I guess at about the time of recording. But it may go back there, who knows? But this was really about my personal satisfaction. The money is great, don't get me wrong, but personally for me, I found it was just very fulfilling, which is kind of crossing that milestone. You know, I have my farm going. To be able to do this, it's just, honestly, it was just an indescribable feeling beyond just the mining rewards. But again, keep in mind, there's a lot of risk that can come along with this too. I could have been mining 5 times longer than I would normally take and not have gotten anything. If you're interested to learn how I did it, I'll walk you through it really quick. So I've used the 2Miners pool, and if you just do a Google search, even just, how to solo mine Ethereum, you'll see 2Miners will probably be the first thing that comes up. And on that webpage, it'll give you their Stratum servers that you'll be connecting to, and it'll give you some useful information like the wallet information, how you would edit the batch files if you were doing it with a batch. But I'm just doing it in Hive, so it's just merely me just changing the Stratum to use the Ethereum solo Stratum on 2Miners. Now, once that's up and running, it's pretty easy because then you can just go with your wallet address and you can go to 2Miners and see how your rigs are doing. So I actually just, even after I've mined this block, this is actually looking at 2Miners right now, and you can see that I actually added more hash rate to it. So even though I found this block a little bit more than just about 24 hours ago, I've just added more hash rate to it. So now I'm just seeing, am I going to hit that second block really lucky? I don't know. I'll take a little bit of a gamble. But again, keep that in mind. If you're solo mining, it's risky and it's definitely a gamble. I have about 4.5, 4.6 gigahash running on it right now. And if you come in here, you'll be able to see, your workers, how they're working. You'll be able to see the different shares of the different workers. You'll also be able to look and you'll see the rewards. And so you see yesterday, this reward here was paid out in the dollars estimate, and how much of the Ethereum or whatever coin you're mining was paid, as well as you'll see right here, my personal luck was 24%. So luck typically of 100% would mean you're statistically right on target with where you would be if it was a perfect, I guess, probability or distribution. But in this case, I've managed to do it at 24%, which means I'm a little bit over 4 times quicker, 4 times sooner than if probability would have played out. Next time it could be 200%, could be my personal luck. 400%, I don't know. But I had a really, really lucky day being able to hit it at 24%. And I made actually a lot more money doing it this time. But once again, this is not a recommendation I'm giving you. I'm just kind of sharing my journey with you of how I did it. And it tells you your luck that I hit on the day. The other information too is it'll give you your information for your payout. From here, you can go and look into Etherscan or whatever you want to do. You can also come into notifications, and you can come in here with notifications, and you can set up an email to notify you. So that's actually how I found out about it. So I set up an email notification to it, and then when I was just checking my email, just looking for something, I was totally shocked because I was just looking at my email on my phone, and it was just like, yoo-hoo, your miner, and it has the wallet address, has found a new block. I can't tell you, my heart was racing like I just won a lottery ticket. I've never had it set up with a notify like this, and I know I was just mining Ethereum. So just to see this, it was just, I don't know, I was totally just floored by it. And it gives you the block number, what the pool luck was, and my personal luck number here. The reward amounts, the difficulty at the time was 14.77p. So wow, the difficulty was up pretty high. And if you've been following Ethereum difficulty, although it's jumped back a little bit, it's kind of jumped back up again. So it's even harder to mine than ever. And it gives you information on how you can monitor it. Now, jumping back though to the 2Miners page, where this is actually where my rig is running right now. In addition to it, you could set your settings via payout thresholds and other things. But what's kind of really cool here is as you add rigs to it, you'll see them come up on the workers, and you'll see shares too. Now I can see too how much hash rate I've put on it over time, because I've really been putting hash rate on this probably about 2.5 weeks ago is when I probably started adding some hash rate, and that was just on my LHR rig. So let me look back last week. You could see it's kind of on and off and on and off. So maybe during the peak heat of the day, I'd probably lower or turn some rigs off, and I'd come back at night. But I wasn't going full steam ahead with all my rigs on because I still have electricity to pay, and just honestly, just doing this was just a gamble. So I was, for the most part, probably putting about 2/3, I say probably about 3.5 gigahash overall on average. Maybe even sometimes up to like 4 or low 4s, but I just still want to cover my electricity costs. But it's sometimes I just like, oh, just go for it. Play hard to go home. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm crossing my fingers since I hit that one block. I really hope I hit that second block. That would be really incredible. And if I look though too at a chart over a month, you can see that I've kind of had my LHR rig on it, and then I had it off. This is just my LHR rig. Then I throw some more rigs on it, and then during the day I either throw them off or I was just trying to offset some of my electrical costs. So I didn't have it consistently mining. And I don't really have a pattern for it. It was just kind of a whim. The other day I just said, hell, look at these numbers. Look at these prices. I'm just seeing these devastating numbers when I'm looking at coin prices. Bitcoin right now is at 21,107 and Ethereum is at 1158. So this is really, really much lower than what I'm used to mining at. And just the mining revenue, it's crap compared to what I'm mining at. So I just kind of just said, all in, play hard or go home. And I did it. And I'm really, really happy. And it paid off for me. So I just wanted to share that with you today, that last night I hit my first block solo mining Ethereum. The feeling is just indescribable. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And I'm going to be doing some more videos then too on some solo mining. And even some other coins. I'm looking at spec mining because Ethereum is supposed to be going proof of stake in the near future. We have to have some good plan Bs in place. The other thing too I want to just mention to you is that crypto mining and GPU mining, which is what I mainly do, it's my plan B. My day job, my steady income is my plan A. These are kind of really uncertain financial times, so just always make sure you're covered. If you don't take risks unnecessarily, and especially solo mining is very risky, so I don't encourage anybody to do it. But if you want to try it, I just kind of wanted to share it with you. It was just kind of a fun thing to do. But you don't want to get sucked into it, and you don't want to run negative because that could ultimately hurt you. So just be smart about what you're doing and don't try to gamble or don't try to mine anything that may be beyond your reach or limit. But for some of you too, maybe you'll decide to do this and you'll hit it big. And if you do, I'd love to hear about it. So definitely, if you've done some solo mining, whether it be on any coins, it doesn't have to be Ethereum, maybe Raven, maybe Conflux, maybe Ergo, maybe something else even too. I'd love to know about it. So drop a comment down below. It would definitely give us something great to talk about. And maybe even something I could look to use as some information, making some new videos going forwards. I'm definitely interested in trying some new things, especially considering the mining revenue is just so low. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and just seeing how I was able to mine my first Ethereum block solo. And if you have, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, like, and press down on that subscribe button. Till next time, stay safe. See you in the next video. Happy mining.